All right. Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's workshop mini. As you know, maybe this is your first one and maybe you don't know, but we talk about actionable content, actionable ways that you can make money and passive income specifically with content. Okay, that's the whole gist of these workshop series. And we do this in 20 minutes or less every single Friday. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how to make money with PLR, but specifically a specific kind of PLR because it is truly focused on content, okay, and specifically content publishing, book publishing. So if you're into book publishing, if you're into content publishing, this is definitely for you because it is hands down one of the best ways to not have to create everything from scratch and start from quality. And also, how do you make money with 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 this stuff, with PLR specifically, right? And if you don't know what PLR is, it stands for private label rights, meaning that when you purchase PLR, you have the rights to use it as if it were your own. Okay, so you could put your name on it, you could put your brand on it, you could change it, you could update it, you could remove stuff, you could do whatever your heart desires. Now, actually, you do have to read the rights, but most PLR comes with those rights. Now, some PLR actually comes with resell rights, where you can actually do everything I just said that you can do, put your name on it, change it, brand it, and then you could sell it as your own. Sometimes PLR does not come with those resale rights, so you have to be careful there. Usually when PLR comes with resale rights, they usually provide everything for you to be able to sell that piece of content, meaning it'll come with a sales letter, it'll come with a thank you page, it'll come with maybe a promotional video and graphics. But we're not talking about resale rights here today. We're just talking about the basic rights, the PLR basic rights, because you don't need the resale rights for what we're discussing today. So what you should be able to see now here is my screen, and this is a PLR that came out recently. My friend Aliciba, she makes very, very high quality PLR. Now, some PLR is not very high quality, and some PLR is very high quality. And high quality stuff you can notice it right away. Like, how is the person selling it? What is in that product that you're able to get and use to make money? Okay, so let's just talk about the topic here of this one, and that is pretty much 30 days to becoming a published author. Okay, so it's a publishing PLR kit for you, if you will, right? So if you publish books, a great opportunity for you is to teach other people how to publish books, because that is something that is a skill that a lot of people want to know how to do, right? So if you're saying that you have every single step to bring somebody from their idea to having an actual published book, whether it's a digital book or a physical book, then, and you could prove that, you can make money like that, right? So instead of having to create the whole process of having, how to do it, the step-by-step, and the worksheets that people need, and each thing that they need to do, instead of having to create that on your own, you can get something like this, like a PLR, that's already created for you. And then you can use that material to supplement whatever it is that you're doing, however you're helping people publish their book in this case, right? So you could buy PLR on any topic. Like let's say, you're in weight, we've talked about this and in past sessions, like weight loss and yoga and fitness and pretty much, any type of dieting program. There's so many good ones because the whole point of it all is that you don't have to create the content yourself, the baseline content. So maybe you want to, here's an idea of what you can do with this, and I'll go through that in a second. But for this specific PLR, I'm going to give you the link, Janice, in a few minutes. But it comes with business guides, worksheets, checklists, emails, e-covers, an opt-in page, everything that you need so that you don't have to create all this stuff on your own, okay? So what can you actually do with this? Well, you could supplement this with whatever course that you might be teaching, or if you have one-on-one clients that you're teaching, or maybe like a group coaching type of thing, right? So you could give this and brand this to them. But another very, very effective and useful way to use the PLR is to actually create live sessions out of each of the topics. So let's just say here, the research, write your draft, polish it, and publish. So let's say there's 4 steps. You can turn this into a 4-week how to publish course. And all you need to do is give out the content, which is the PLR, brand it for sure, put your logo on it, put your website, everything like that. It doesn't take a long time to do. And again, this is very high quality, so you don't have to worry about changing the content too much. And then you just bring the training to life, and you have like 4 sessions on and walk through exactly how to do each of the steps. Okay, and that is how you can take something like this that's $10 and make something that you can charge, 10 times that amount just by doing what I said to do. It's really, really cool. I'm going to put the link in right now just so you have it, so you can check it out. But I think that anybody who publishes content should be helping other people publish content, because that's really how the kind of content world goes around and around and around and around. So you could make the content, but you also can teach the content. Make the content, teach the content. Make the content, teach the content. Learn something new, teach it. Learn something new, teach it. And that's how it happens. That's how the magic happens, okay? So, like I said, the reason why I really, really love this is because it is high quality. And you could see that this is 4,122 words that you do not have to write. Amazing, right? How to choose your book category worksheet. You could use these worksheets, distribute them. You could put them in, maybe like a worksheet for people that you're working with. You could use these professional e-covers. Worksheets are amazing, and you could tweak these if you wanted to as well. Again, you could put your own branding on them. More graphics. There's another 3,949 words. Amazing. Templates, that's great. I mean, these are all things that you can put on a sales letter to sell, that you are going to teach people how to do it. And again, you don't have to create this content because it's already created for you. And what's great about this too is that you can mix and match and use this content wherever you want. So maybe you want to use a piece of it in one product, but then hold off and use another piece of it in another product. And you can use them over and over and over again as well. For $10, it's an amazing deal. But yes, you can get, again, you could get PLR on any topic, and the way that you know that PLR is the PLR that you're buying is high quality is when you look at the sales letter that looks like this. Now, if you type in like any topic plus PLR, sometimes you'll run into like old sites or an old looking ebook. And sometimes that content could be really good, but the PLR business is a huge business in itself, making content to sell to other people to do exactly what I talked about in this workshop, right? So you can even make your own PLR and connect with an audience or connect with someone like Alice that has a list of people who buy PLR, right? And that's a whole content business in itself, which is truly very, very lucrative. And this is all that Alice does. And she actually has her own PLR business that runs pretty much, I don't know how much of a percentage, but a huge percentage without her, because she's hired all the right people to put every bit of these pieces together for her, and then she's able to sell this. So I'm kind of talking about two different things here. Number one, using PLR in your business to attract and make money with by teaching the stuff in here and not having to reinvent the wheel and just use what they have already created. But then the other side of the business is creating PLR, and looking at something like this, what entails a great PLR product. And everything that you're seeing here on this page, the professional content, the quality of the content, the sales letter, the quality of the sales letter, the graphics, everything you could see and tell once you have an eye for this, what's quality and what isn't, pretty much, okay? And Alice does a really great job because she provides so much good stuff that her customers keep coming back for more, right? So that's why I think this is like a really great business model for content marketers, just incorporating into their business. And I buy PLR a lot as well, for one reason or another. And sometimes I buy a $10 PLR or a $17 PLR just for one little piece of what is inside of the package. Maybe I just want 4 pre-written course delivery emails, and that's worth $10 right there, right? Maybe I just want a marketing funnel diagram. I can teach a marketing funnel diagram all day long. And if I don't have to create that piece of content and I can just use it and have the rights to use it, it's pretty amazing. So yeah, the link to go to this is debdrum.com/KindlePLR. I put that already in the chat. Connie says, is it necessary to have a book published yourself before promoting this? Well, again, we're not promoting this. We're using the content to either build an audience or help them with their own publishing journey. It does help, but if you learn the process of how to publish a book, even what's great about PLR too, high quality PLR, is that you can actually learn from it yourself. So you could teach other people, but you can also be like, oh, I didn't know that. And you learn stuff from the PLR as well, depending how good it is. Anything we should really look to avoid with a PLR license? It's not so much avoiding, it's more like, what can I do and what can't I do? So you'll never find something that, oh, is off-putting. It's just like, well, if you run into a PLR and they say, oh, you can't change this at all, and you can't, like, for instance, a lot of times PLR will come with all these links that link out to whatever the PLR person wants traffic to, right? So because I have the rights to that content, I can delete that and only drive traffic to what I want to send people, right? I'm not going to send my traffic to their stuff, right? That doesn't make too much sense. Sometimes people do, and they just leave that stuff in there, but we're definitely not lazy, and we're going to go in and actually look at the content and look at what we're giving out, right? So a lot of times the editable content is in a Word document, and you could easily just take stuff out, put stuff in, whatever you want. Okay, Karen says, is it necessary to have a site solely dedicated to offering and selling PLR, or can we feature it on existing blogs and sites? Okay, so that's a good question. It really depends. Like, if you're really going to go all in a PLR business, I would say yes, have a dedicated site, because that's only going to help you. But you can do blog posts. That's fine. You don't have to have a whole dedicated thing. Cool. Just looking out for any more questions. Thank you for all the great questions that you have today. So yes, just to recap, the PLR business is great from both ends. Great if you're a content marketer or even product creator or coach. You can use that PLR for your coaching clients. But then also on the other end of it, on the other side of the spectrum, if you did want to put together your own PLR and connect with other people who sell PLR, right? People are always looking for quality stuff to sell, but also making sure that you're making the PLR in a niche that people buy, like mindset or make money online. So do some of the research of what people are already buying, and then you'll have no problem with selling your own PLR. Now, selling your own PLR is a business in and of itself. I'm not telling you to go ahead and do that, but I just want to make you aware that is very profitable and lucrative. And if you see any of like Alice's stuff, check her stuff out, because she definitely knows what she's doing in that area, and it's all content based and it is all outsourceable. Okay, so thanks everybody for joining me. I'll see you next week on the next live workshop mini.